salute, 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 peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. Peace and power. How's everybody doing? How's everyone doing? Peace and power. Salute. As you can see, I'm not even situated in a space to where I am going to have an extended build. This is something that's real quick. Salute, salute, salute. As my excuse me, as my comrades jump in to moderate this situation, please feel free to share the video. Please feel free to edit, chop it up, do what you want to do with it. Peace and power, peace and power. Definitely feel free to drop a little something in the Cash App. All right. So as my moderators come in, make sure that they let that be known. Feel free to drop something in the Cash App. $BLIZ 155. $BLIZ 155. This is very quick. I'm still, running errands. Peace and power. Peace and power. And again, as my moderators come in, please encourage people to share. Drop something in the Cash App. We are doing a lot of things. And, resources are needed. This is, a quick peace and power. What's good? This is just a real fast acknowledgement of the issues that these young people at Howard University are having, and the shame that their alumni should feel when watching that. You understand what I'm saying? To have these young people who are striving to not only better themselves, but have dreams of following their alumni into specific spaces of career choice, whether it be in communications, which is, tantamount to being into the entertainment industry, journalism, business, law, and various other different career paths. To have them have to go on to campus and not be able to live comfortably, some of which who parents may be paying out of pocket. You understand what I'm saying? Some of them who parents may be actually paying out of pocket for those conditions is just asinine when you have an alumni that that covers the range of the wealth and notoriety spectrum. I mean, it is just asinine. But look how it plays into, right, what had happened recently, especially with Mr. Cosby, them, giving back all that. You dig what I'm saying? All that money. Because who? Because their enemies, salute, told them to or suggested that they do it. Going to a HBCU is rough enough. Mind you, it's rough. It's rough, especially when we are dealing with this new situation that we all have had to live with for the past almost 2 years now. Understand that. It's tough. A lot of them, who may be on a full scholarship come from conditions, right, that are borderline impoverished. Some may come from well-to-do or families who can afford that. But when we're talking about alumni as great as the alumni, well, I don't say great, but as famous as some of the alumni, right, who once walked that campus, it is shameful. It is shameful. It is shameful. And none of them are speaking out on it. None of them. Do you understand me? The only one who I've seen, and I'm not even sure if she is an alumni, was Yandy. I saw Yandy do a video, do a live from there. And for whatever reason, she was down there, she did it. You got to give her, some props for bringing light to it. All right? You pass Howard every day and wouldn't have known about problems without social media. You live, oh wow, you pass my family every day because I have family on Georgia Avenue. My people, right, are from DC on my mother's side. As I say, if you know 407, 409 M Street and the history that certain particular individual have with that address, then you know who family is, all right? Let's just say whatever he did to his house, he also did to my family's house because, that's just what he was doing. My mother and them used to babysit him. So you dig? So again, and I'm glad, yes, ain't no more. And I'm glad that AI said that. Famous people, because I'm about to kick their drawers in their ass. And again, as you come in, please feel free to share the video. Moderators, make sure that the Cash App is there. Because again, we have to help our own. We have to make sure that we know that as people that we do have resource to help each other and not look for anything else from anybody. So let's run off a list of some of the famous alumni who came through Howard University. And of course, the most famous and the most current for our generation is Diddy, right? Sean Puffy Combs. And I don't know if any of you are in my age group, but that's where we knew Puffy from. We knew Puffy from Puffy throwing parties. Before homecoming was the thing to do, before the Greek Fest, before Freaknik and all that, Puffy was doing parties. So he was the one, you understand, that kind of brought new energy to what Howard was. And a long list of others who worked at BET, right, came from that surrounding DMV area, right? Everybody who's in, like if you didn't go to Howard at a specific space, once these people started getting positions in the industry, you wasn't with them. You wasn't getting in the industry. Straight up, if you didn't go to Howard. So how can this shit be going on? People with mold in their shoes. deplorable conditions. So again, we got Puffy, we got Taraji, who, if I'm not mistaken, is, right, a native of the area. We got Anthony Anderson, Isaiah Washington, Debbie Allen, and Felicia Rashad, right? And I understand why Felicia may or may not be doing what they do to speak on or even assist these young folk, right? Lala Anthony, right? Omarosa, Lynn Whitfield, Tammy Roman, Rachel Dolezal, right? The wannabe sister, right? Paula Jacques Parker, Wendy Raquel Robinson, Frederica Whitfield, Ananda Lewis, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. How would an alumni like that can these children, these young scholars, be living or studying in those conditions? And of course, we already know Kamala don't give two shits about anything going on, but she utilized it. She utilized it to get to where she needed to get to, right? That was the claim, the call, right? With that bullshit. Again, when our children make the decision to be upstanding citizens, to be assets to our nation and our community, instead of taking the more comfortable route of getting into criminality, right? And all type of foolishness that put black eyes on who we are as a nation, when they make the decision to go that route, to continue to suffer, to continue to be hungry, yet study, yet strive, yet set a goal to complete their degrees, to be in a space where they're seeking higher education, how dare they have to suffer worse conditions than some prisons? I've been in prisons that didn't have those conditions. Straight up. Tell you no lie. There's some honor jails, if you want to call it that, quote unquote, honor jails that have access to cable TV, Wi-Fi, clean. You could get Captain Crunch with crunch berries on commissary, Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and shit like that. And we have our children who are struggling, who are going to end up in debt, sit there and have to try to find a way to study through that shit. So much to where now that they are sitting in protest. Huh? This is where we at with it. However, people, right, are looking at these individuals as a point of prestige. This is why I'm continuously on these entertainment industry figures. Y'all talk about Diddy with such care and kid gloves. Praise Taraji for her roles. Lynn Whitfield and shit like that. I give these people ultimate props. Image awards and shit like that. And our babies have to protest in order to bring notice? Are you serious? This is what we're doing. is what we're doing. So again, as my comrades come in to moderate the situation, let us get the shares, let us get the likes. Definitely throw the Cash App up so we can show them how this is supposed to be done. There is no way with such an alumni that these children should have to suffer conditions. Some of them, if they come from a specific background, may have never even thought, never even seen conditions like that. You talking mold. Do you know what you have to do to get rid of mold? Do you know how harmful mold can be to someone who has allergies? Children make an attempt to study. Children who we are asking the next generation to be leaders and good examples for our people, but you put them in filth. You put them in dilapidated rooms. You serious? That's what we doing now. This is what we doing now. Huh, Puffy? This is where it's at. You claim to be what? 600-700 million up. But where you got your bones, where you made your name, the babies are living in conditions worse than some people in Guantanamo Bay. Where it's at? Ain't no mismanagement. I beg to differ. We're not living in the age of secrecy no more. Everything is on the table. WikiLeaks done put all that out there. Ain't no more spooks. Get that out of your mind. If it's not seen, it's not being done. I bet it all on that. Anything that's donated, there's public record. Especially when you are as narcissistic and egotistical as these people in the industry. They let it be known when they put something down there. They want their name on it. They want to act like they're doing so much. So then I'm serious. Well, look, should I have to read the list again? Diddy, Puffy, Sean Puffy, Puff, Daddy, whatever the hell you want to call them. Love, but love, whatever you want to call them. Diddy, Taraji, Anthony Anderson, Debbie Allen, Felicia Rashad, Lala Anthony, Omarosa, Lynn Whitfield, Tammy Roman, Rachel, I Want to Be Melanated, Dolezal, Paula Jai Parker, Wendy Raquel Robinson, Frederica Whitfield, and Ananda Lewis, amongst many others. And of course, Kamala, whatever. So, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? That these babies have mold throughout the spot. Mold. They got mold throughout the spot. Pests. What's up? Pests. If they got roaches, they got water bugs. If they have roaches and water bugs, got bed bugs. So what's going on? They have leaks. So if they have leaks, that means they have improper plumbing. So they probably have issues that they don't even know about. E. coli and all type of garbage running around there. This is how we treat our young people and wonder why they get so disheartened and discouraged that they're ready to leave a place where they are supposed to get higher education and run to the streets, to end up shaking their ass in order to be endorsing spicy ketchup and shit like that. Or for these young men to say, you know what, I might as well go out there and get a package or start scamming and doing all type of other craziness, because when they made an attempt to do better, when they made an attempt to seek knowledge, when they made an attempt to be someone that we need, they had to go through that. Huh? What's going on? What's going on? So all these people telling you to get to the bag, all these people saying they got to the bag, all these people who are selling liquor, sneakers, hats, Bitcoin, telling you all this fly shit. Buy my spicy ketchup while my thong is in the ass. Can't go down and stand with those people, with those babies, and say enough is enough. These children need immediate relief from these conditions that people in jail don't even live through. What's really good? What's really good? What's really good? You tell me. You tell me what's really good. Like I said, I don't want to take too much of your time. And as I say, I do have errands to run. But if this is how you're going to treat children, and again, I got a 16-year-old, 2 years away from college, I damn sure would never send her there. And as I say, my family come from the D.C. area. So all the priors in the D.C. area, big your chest up. Yeah. You understand? Definitely the Cash App again is Blizz, right? $ Blizz, BLIZ155. My comrades who are moderating, get the book, the Cash App up there, so if there's anybody new to who I am, they will have the opportunity to, join our family. But this shit is deplorable. And I'm telling you for an absolute fact that I've been in several facilities all through New York State. And who really cleans a prison to that degree? Or a correctional facility? And we didn't have no issues with mold in certain spots. Excuse me. Didn't have an issue with pests, roaches and water bugs. That's them dirty facilities that they keep you in that condition. That's them old maximum security spots that's been around since 1890 and shit like that. But there's quite a few honest spots you go to, brand new spots that supposed to be punitive, and they clean as a whistle. So now you telling me you're going to clean or keep clean areas with convicted felons, murderers, rapists, robbers, pimps, scam artists, the criminally insane. You're going to treat them better than children seeking to learn and make a difference in society and have an alumni that's not standing with them. They need to get out there with them. They need to get out there and put those children in hotels. Whatever has to be done until that problem gets corrected. So however you do it, whether it's a virtual kick in the ass, whether it's a calling out, start calling them out. Where they at? Get on their Twitter. It ain't about what the school is going through, because they might have somebody in position that could be mismanaging, that may not be paying attention. You did? Cash App $BLIZ. That's B as in boy, L as in love, I as in is, and Z as in zigzag zig. $Blizz 155. So again, let's get at them. Get on their Twitters. Get on their social medias and ask them, what are y'all doing to help the kids? Why haven't we seen you go live with the children of the school that you got your degree hanging on your wall? The degree that you tell your children. And every time you do a press junket, you always claim Howard. And y'all haven't stood with them kids? Y'all haven't done lives with them? Y'all haven't done that yet? What's going on, Puffy? I get tired of kicking you in your drawers. You just a mess. Straight like that. Straight like that. That you just something else, man. Something wrong with you. Seriously. Wrong with you. What up, Roger? And y'all all what? BET Awards. So y'all, I'm a Howard alum. Y'all do that. Y'all do that. There's a clique of Howard alum that block people from getting into the industry, from working at BET at one time, or at certain labels. Don't believe me? Ask Tracy Lee. Ask my girl Nikki Lucas, who we continuously run for city council in Brooklyn. Come on. Listen, droves and droves and droves of people went to Howard. You wasn't clicked up. You wasn't getting an industry job. I hate that. Look at that. How many of y'all still here? 21. That's crazy. That's crazy. People do some real dumb. I mean, why would you call? And then you call me that it freezes. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. You know? It's crazy. It really is, man. People call and you get these robocalls, and I don't like putting my phone on airplane mode because I have a lot of anger management clients, and I said this before, that may have a crisis and may need to hear from me immediately. So I don't like putting my phone on airplane mode or do not disturb and stuff like that, because they have to have access to me, and I have to be able to do that, you know. Salute, 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 peace. You know, but again, we are they're failing their children terribly. Terribly. They are failing these children. So, you know, it's at a time now where, you know, we have to put fire under people's ass. I mean, extreme pressure. These people can't be allowed the space to come out and say nothing about who they are, what they represent, what they doing, what products they endorsing, all this other funny style bullshit. Can't do that. Can't do that. Those are children. Those are children. Again, some of them could be my daughter age. 16, 17, 18. First time away from home. And got to navigate through that shit. You just imagine you coming from a space where you was encouraged to study hard, to get excellent grades. You understand, to say that is what you're going to be rewarded for. And you get there and they got you in some shit that's worse than prison, that's worse than jail, that's worse than some homeless shelters. And you're expected to study. You're expected. This is one of the most craziest conditions to have to live in as somebody who may have their first experience away from home, or their first experience as a young adult. To have to live through that. Mold. Pests. Right? Roaches. Water bugs. Bed bugs. Some people are allergic or have asthma. They need pumps. Mold. So instead of staying in those conditions, they've set up tents. When you have a wealthy alumni who, as of yet, again, only one I saw, and I may be mistaken, but the only one I saw was Yandy. And I'm not even sure if she went there. Only one I saw do it live with some of the children. All these powerful people, you got these kids in tents. You got them in tents outside. Some of them may never have slept in a tent in their life. Why you don't have them in hotels? Where's the emergency contingency plan? Where's it at? We talking about one of the first HBCUs. Where's the contingency plan? So you don't have, in this day and age, 2021, you don't have extra dormitories. Because first of all, the initial ones is crazy. I'm going to tell you that for an absolute fact. They got hustlers living in them and all that, especially if the kids are in a mindset where they're teeter-tottering and easily influenced and not there specifically for studies. Some of these chicks got hustling dudes that live in some of the dorms, in the outer dorms. So, and that was back then, in the late 80s or early 90s. So I can imagine what's going on in 2021. They didn't restructure or rebuild that. Right? They didn't do nothing about that. So now, instead of putting these children in hotels, right? Instead of putting these children, I mean, damn, in trailers. Y'all could have put trailers out there until y'all fix the conditions. So continuously, year after year after year, it's been getting worse and worse and worse. With people who stand on television, on social media, claiming that they proud to have graduated from there. So if it's a mismanagement of fund situation, how many times y'all gonna allow that to go? Damn. How many times y'all gonna allow that to go down without getting rid of the entire staff? How many times? What do you have to do? What do these kids have to do? This is what they got to resort to. This is what they got to resort to. I know right now for absolute fact, there's an honor max in New York State prison system that is comfortable. And these is murderers in there. Killers. Straight killers. Rapists. All type of individuals that's doing 25 years or more. In comfort. Go to commissary, they're getting Ben and Jerry's. Go to commissary or get a package in, you get, excuse me, you get Intamin's cakes. Captain Crunch with crunch berries, all that. Cooking, chefing shit up. Not worrying about a roach, nothing. So you mean our young children? Our babies? Our scholars? These are scholars. We're not talking about people who come up getting D's. We're talking about scholars. They got to live through that. When an alumni who claim they worth 400, 500 billion. Yeah, playboy and all that shit. Help me out. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Not only in a wealthy alumni, but a tuition, a yearly tuition that is skyrocketing on a regular basis. That makes sense to you. And as you are joining me again, moderators, my comrades who are moderating, make sure the Cash App is in there. Understand? Make sure people are sharing, excuse me, and liking. Peace, peace, peace. Where we at with it? We at our children sleeping in tents because they can no longer withstand the inhumane conditions that they're going through in a space where they are supposedly learning. Where if they don't maintain a certain grade average, they get thrown out. How you going to threaten children with getting thrown out of some conditions they ain't even supposed to be in from the rip? So now, since we're in the age of the pandemic, how are these children being protected? Let's talk about that the health conditions. How are they being protected from whatever may be in the air? They're outside. In tents. Makeshift tents. And if the majority of them are from metropolis areas and all that, never slept outside. So now, the first time they're supposed to be mature, the first time they're having an adult situation, the first time they have to take care of themselves, they got to resort to living like a homeless vagrant? Peace. They have to resort to living like homeless vagrants. Again, where's the broad at? Where's Kamala at on this? Since all y'all sorrows bigged her up, put her in that seat. Where's the sorrows? Where's the frats who claim that y'all do so much? But only do it when it's time for them, right? To make somebody prove that they worthy of their boule status. So since they just children and they haven't made the decision to pledge their allegiance to some other oppressive institution, they don't get to live like human beings? Where's Kamala? Where's Puffy? Taraji, where y'all at? Lala, where y'all at? Anthony Anderson, where y'all at? How dare they come back to television or social media smiling and cheesing and talking about prosperity and wealth when they got them babies out there? Like they on Skid Row in California somewhere. And y'all see why. I tell you, I don't give a damn about no athletes, no entertainers, none of that shit. Keep that shit. They ain't worth nothing. They have no integrity to stand on. Where they at? Where they at? In a pandemic. Your excellent youth have to resort to living outside. What are we doing? What are we doing? Again, I'm in the mix of running errands and things of that nature. Excuse me for being animated. But that shit is non-cipher. Non-cipher. So share. Tag them in this. Ask them where they at, what they doing. I'm gonna share. More so I'm on my way to IG. So I can have a true call and response. I'll give IG about 15, 20 minutes. Again, I appreciate whenever I have the family, I have my comrades listening. It's very much appreciated. Share. Allow people to subscribe. Tell comrades where we at. You understand? And again, I'm off the IG. I'll go live on IG and have more of an exchange. All right? But I love my people. As I always say, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Believe in my belief in you. You dig? Salute, salute.